Introducing Field Notes, a free, tailor-made planning app for witnesses to help them organize and report on their service. The first time you log into Field Notes, you'll input basic information about yourself and your current service commitment. Decide between light and dark mode, and review the licensing agreement that stresses our commitment to your privacy and the security of your information. We recommend that you take the guided tour, but since I'm showing you around today, we'll explore on our own. Now this is our first time here, so we don't have anything planned yet. So let's go ahead and create our first contact. But before we do that, I'm going to start my timer. We'll come back to that in a bit and you'll see why. Click the plus icon in the bottom right of the contacts list and start putting in the basic relevant information for the person you just met. I'm going to create a record for William Riker. Put in their address so that you can just tap to navigate using your phone's Maps app later. Same with the phone number and email address. You can even track which languages they speak. Now that we've recorded William's basic information, let's do some planning. I'm going to make a quick initial note just to remind me of our first meeting, and I'm going to schedule a follow-up because he asked me to come back next Saturday. So here I am creating an activity for next Saturday's return visit. And I'm going to set myself a reminder to give William a call on Thursday, just to make sure we're still on. These notes, activities, and to-dos will be saved to William's record, and I can always add more later. Now we've created our first contact, and you can see here that our activities and to-do screens have both been updated with those new items. I can even search for people or activities or to-dos from the search screen. Now let's imagine that some time has passed and I have a whole bunch of people, activities, and to-dos loaded in. And I've come to enjoy dark mode. So here you can see that I have a whole lot of people loaded into my contact screen, any of whom I can quickly navigate to, or call, or text just by tapping the three dots next to their name. I can search, I can filter, and I can change the way they're sorted on the screen. I can also see all of my activities and my to-dos and cross them off from right here if I want. But you'll probably want to see everything in one cohesive calendar, so here it is. You can see here that on the 8th, I have 4 items that I've planned to do today. So let's say that I've just called David to schedule that visit. I'm going to mark that off as complete and have a little celebration. Now I've crossed off all of the items on my list for the day. So at this point, since I'm finished today, I might look ahead at the rest of the week. And you can see that there are colored dots on every day that I have an activity or a to-do to accomplish that day. And you'll notice here that on Thursday, I have that follow-up call for William, and on Saturday, I have that return visit. You could even create new activities and to-dos, linking them to their contacts right here from the calendar screen. Remember at the beginning how we started a timer? Well, let's revisit that and talk about why. I'm going to go ahead and stop my timer right now, which indicates that I'm finished with my service day. To help you meet your requirement for monthly reporting, Field Notes is automatically tracking all of the hours that are recorded in that timer. It's also tracking all of the Bible studies and any credits that you might have recorded throughout the month. If I went to manually record some time because I forgot to begin my timer, Then I can just tap the day and record either manual time or credits right on the fly. You can also check your status against your annual goal at a tap looking at the service year. And then when I'm ready to send my monthly report by text or email, Field Notes will automatically format that text or email for me and use my device's default applications. We hope that Field Notes helps you stay organized and effective in your ministry. Download it for free from the Google Play or Apple App Store today.